Welcome to delivering the experience. Yeah, I was just muting my phone. Right now, we're on a final plan session. And one thing I wanted to just share before it just left my mind, it was one part of PI plannings is the risk socialization. And whoever has participated in PI planning understands and is aware of the roaming exercise when it comes to risks, the team risks, the train risks. And while roaming exercise is conducted at a train level, it is always a good idea to even take the team risks through that roaming exercise so that if there are risks that have not been resolved or you don't have mitigation plan for those, so we can identify who owns that risk or who is accountable for that risk or who will run with that risk. So interestingly, one of the teams that put in a risk that was eventually accepted by the tech lead of the team had to do with some resource allocation. People were moved in and out depending on the work that was coming through, but the Scrum Master and the product owner, they were kind of concerned, but the tech lead was not concerned and he accepted the risk. So it turns out that the risk that was documented on the team page as part of PI planning was removed by the release train engineer. Now, this is something that I want to ask you guys. What is your take on this? Would you remove a risk that has been accepted by someone completely, altogether, just wipe it clean from the slate, or would you rather keep it there for visibility and for awareness? Now, this is how I look at it. If there is a risk, if there was a conversation that happened around a risk, and especially unless there is a consensus on the risk, meaning if one party accepted it, if one party owned it, but other parties, they are still wary of that risk impacting their work or impeding their progress over the course of time, even when the risk is accepted, the risk still needs to be documented, still needs to be socialized so that everyone is aware that there is a risk, even though accepted by so and so, by the person committing the work or committing the delivery of the work, there is still risk. And this goes back to what I was speaking with one of the teams as part of the PI planning yesterday, was if you forget everything that Agile waterfall project management teaches you when you are working on software delivery, you should remember one basic principle, one basic concept, and that is TIA. TIA, transparency, being transparent in your communication. When something happens, communicate that. How it happens, communicate it that way. Inspection, inspect whatever is being communicated, inspect it. Whatever the root causes are, whatever the symptoms are, validate it, inspect it. And then following inspection comes adaptation. Adjust your plan, recourse, chalk out your plan again. So transparency, inspection, adaptation. So when we talk about transparency, very important that if there is a risk that was identified, even though it was accepted, as part of the bigger picture, planning picture, it still needs to be socialized so everyone is aware of that inherent risk that certain actions caused. Because the risk was brought about because of movement of a few people in and out of the team. So just wanted to share that with you. Do share your thoughts on how you guys work around your risks and what would you do in this situation? Um, and if there's any other topic or any other question that you have that needs some discussion, do not forget to subscribe, comment, and like. And till next time, till next instance or situation, take good care of yourselves.